Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Iman.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our playlist, Real Life English Conversations.
We're so happy you're here with us today.
Yes, thank you for joining us. I hope you are feeling calm and ready to learn.
Today's topic is a serious one, but we will talk about it in a calm and safe way.
Yes, we are not here to discuss politics or support any side.
Exactly. We're here to learn English through real-life topics.
And today's topic is war and peace.
Yes. War and peace. Two very big words.
Big words and very important words.
Let's start slowly. What does the word war mean?
War means a big conflict between countries or groups.
Yes, and conflict means a serious disagreement or fight.
So when two countries cannot agree and they use armies and weapons, that is war.
Exactly. An army is a group of soldiers.
And a soldier is a person who works in the army.
Very good. So war is when armies fight because of a conflict.
That sounds heavy.
It is. That's why we will speak about it carefully.
Yes, because many people in the world are affected by war.
Affected means influenced or changed by something.
For example, if there is war in a country, the citizens are affected.
Good word. Citizens are the people who live in a country.
So war can affect citizens, families, children, everyone.
Exactly. Now let's talk about the other word, peace.
Ah, peace. That word feels softer.
Yes, it does. Peace means no war, no violence, and no fighting.
Violence means actions that hurt people physically.
Yes, so peace is when people live safely without violence.
Safety is also an important word.
Yes, safety means being protected and not in danger.
When there is peace, people feel safe.
They can go to school, go to work, and live their lives normally.
That's true.
So we have two opposite ideas. War is conflict and fighting. Peace is calm and safety.
Exactly. But I have a question.
What is it?
Why do conflicts happen?
That's a good question. Conflicts can happen for many reasons.
Like what?
Sometimes because of land or borders.
Border means the line between two countries.
Yes, sometimes countries disagree about where the border should be.
I see.
Sometimes conflicts happen because of power.
Power means control or authority.
Yes, a government might want more control.
Government is the group of people who lead a country.
Exactly. And sometimes conflicts happen because people have different beliefs or interests.
So conflict is not always simple.
No, it's usually complicated.
But even if it is complicated, war always affects normal people.
That's true. Let's talk about that.
Yes, let's focus on people.
When there is war, many families lose their homes.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. Some people have to leave their country.
Those people are called refugees, right?
Yes, refugees are people who leave their country because it is not safe.
They leave to find safety in another country.
Exactly. They look for protection and peace.
That must be very difficult.
It is. Imagine leaving your house, your school, your friends.
That would be hard.
Yes, refugees often travel long distances.
Distance means space between two places.
Yes, they travel far to find safety.
And sometimes they live in camps.
Yes, refugee camps are temporary places where they can stay.
Temporary means not permanent.
Exactly. War also affects the economy, right?
Yes, very much. Economy means the system of money, business, and jobs in a country.
Good explanation. When there is war, businesses close.
Yes, and people lose their jobs.
Prices can go up.
That's called inflation. Oh yes, inflation means when prices increase.
Very good. So war can hurt the economy and make life more difficult.
That's why peace is so important.
Exactly. Peace helps the economy grow.
Grow means develop and become stronger.
Yes, when there is peace, businesses open.
People work.
Children go to school.
Families plan their future.
That's a beautiful image.
I like thinking about peace.
Me too.
Let's talk about solutions.
Good idea. A solution is a way to solve a problem.
So instead of fighting, countries can look for solutions.
Yes, one important word here is negotiation.
Negotiation means discussing a problem calmly to find an agreement.
Exactly. Agreement means both sides say, yes, we accept this.
So negotiation helps people reach an agreement.
Yes. For example, two countries can meet and talk about their conflict.
They can share their opinions.
They can listen to each other.
Listening is very important.
That's true. Sometimes conflict happens because people do not listen.
I see that even in small situations.
Like what?
Like with friends, if two friends don't talk, the problem becomes bigger.
Exactly. Small conflicts can grow if we ignore them, but if we talk, we can find a solution.
Yes, communication is key.
Communication means sharing ideas and feelings clearly.
Very good. So negotiation is like peaceful communication.
Yes, that's a nice way to say it.
Do you think peace is possible everywhere?
That's a deep question.
Yes, it is.
I believe peace is always possible if people truly want it.
That's hopeful.
Hope is another important word.
Hope means believing that good things can happen in the future.
Yes, even in difficult times, hope gives people strength.
Strength means inner power.
Exactly. Many communities have experienced conflict but later built peace.
That shows that peace is possible.
Yes, it may take time, but it is possible.
Let's think about daily life.
Okay?
We may not control big world events, but we can create peace in our own lives.
That's true.
For example, if I argue with someone, I can choose calm words.
Yes, you can choose peace instead of anger.
Anger is a strong feeling of being upset.
Exactly. If we control anger, we reduce conflict.
So peace starts with small actions.
Yes, in our homes, in our schools, in our workplaces.
That's powerful.
In Islam, peace is very important.
Yes, the word Islam is connected to peace.
It comes from the same root as salam, which means peace,
And when we greet each other, we say, Assalamu alaikum.
which means peace be upon you.
That greeting reminds us to spread peace.
Exactly. It's a daily reminder.
I like that idea.
Me too.
Peace is not only the absence of war.
That's true.
It is also kindness, patience, and respect.
Respect means treating others well and valuing them.
Yes, when we respect others, we reduce conflict.
That's a good point.
Let's imagine a small story.
Okay.
One neighbor had a conflict about noise.
Oh,
One neighbor played loud music every night.
that can be annoying.
Yes, the other neighbor felt angry.
Did they fight?
At first, they argued. But later, they decided to talk calmly.
That's good.
They negotiated.
So they had a negotiation.
Yes, they agreed that the music would stop after 9 p.m.
That's an agreement.
Exactly. They found a solution without violence.
That's a simple example of peace.
Yes, peace in daily life.
I think that's very important for our listeners.
Yes, because language is connected to real life.
And learning words like conflict, peace, negotiation helps us talk about serious topics.
In a calm and respectful way.
Exactly.
Sometimes people feel afraid to talk about war
That's understandable.
because it is emotional.
Yes, it affects many people deeply.
But learning the vocabulary helps us understand the news and conversations
And we can express our thoughts clearly.
without supporting violence.
Yes, always with respect and balance.
I like that we are focusing on peace.
Me too.
Can we talk a little about freedom?
Yes, that's another important word.
Freedom means the right to live, speak, and act without unfair control.
Good explanation.
In peaceful societies, people often enjoy more freedom.
Yes, they can express their opinions and follow their dreams.
Dreams are hopes for the future.
Exactly.
War can limit freedom.
Yes, because safety becomes the main focus.
That makes sense.
That's why many people work hard to protect peace.
Leaders, communities, and citizens.
Citizens again means the people of a country.
Yes,
Every citizen can support peace through small actions,
like helping others,
showing kindness.
avoiding violence in speech.
That's very important. Violence is not only physical.
Yes, words can also hurt.
So, peaceful language matters.
That's a powerful idea.
I think so too.
When we study topics like war and peace, we learn more than vocabulary.
Yes, we learn empathy.
Empathy means understanding other people's feelings.
Very good.
When we understand others, conflict becomes smaller.
Exactly.
Do you feel hopeful for the future?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, because I see many people working for peace.
That's true.
And young people are learning about communication and understanding.
Education plays a big role.
Education means learning and gaining knowledge.
When people are educated, they can solve problems better.
Yes, they can think critically and calmly.
I see that in many communities.
Me too.
So even though war exists, peace also exists.
That's a beautiful sentence.
Thank you.
And we can choose which values we follow in our daily lives.
Exactly.
Before we finish, I want to ask our listeners something.
Yes, let's ask them a reflective question.
What does peace mean to you?
And how can you create peace in your daily life?
Maybe in your family,
Or at your workplace?
or with your friends?
Write your thoughts in the comments.
We would love to read your ideas.
Your voice matters.
Thank you for listening and learning with us today.
Stay kind.
Stay hopeful.
And see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.